Welcome back everyone for part 2 of this little walkthrough of a shopping center and residential area. If you didn't see the first one, I'll leave a link to it in the description. Off we go. More huge buildings under construction over here on the other side of the road. This is pretty much a perpetual site here in China. Big buildings under construction, or at least in the big cities like this one. Over here is what they call the resort center. They have, like, I believe, like some exercise machines there, and I think there's a swimming pool there too. I never go there though because there's one so much closer to me, a swimming pool, I mean. More shops around here. You can see there's a pedestrian overpass up there you can use to get to the other side of the road instead of crossing at the crosswalk. Here's a property agency. You can find out about rentals or apartments to sell here. These ones look like they're all to sell. They have a Chinese character saying sell on them. These ones, mostly for buying, but I see a few with the Chinese character for rent. This angle a little more than coffee shop with a big cup of coffee outside. Well, you'll never forget what they sell here, will you? Here's another bus stop. Big skyscraper for the company that runs this community. Behind it there you can see a hotel. Not too expensive by international standards, not hugely cheap by China standards, but not bad either. Here's some of the apartments above the shopping center. Got a really nice fountain here. Some stylized swans. One thing I do love about this community is how well they build fountains here. Really nice ones. Some nice gardening here too with these palm trees. Well, now we're going to go back down to the level of the shopping center. Another office building across the way. Big open area with lots of shops and some pretty cool architecture. Notice the sort of Grecian one over there with Ionic columns. And some more modern European brick ones over here. Watson's is a health and beauty shop. It's quite common here in China and Hong Kong. And by these Ionic columns. And yes, here's a KFC. KFC might be the most popular Western fast food chain here. Fried chicken seems to be a little more popular here than like hamburgers, so I guess that's why it's pretty successful here. They've also modified their menu a fair bit to fit Chinese tastes, more so than, say, McDonald's. Coming down the escalator into an underground area of the shopping center. And over here, we have a statue of a cowboy. This made a bit more sense when there used to be this arcade with like cowboy themed games over there, but it closed down in like maybe 2 weeks. You can look up at the shops at the first level. We can walk through here. Still at the lower levels here, this restaurant has conveniently translated their name into English. And indeed, the translation is quite accurate. Got a local pizza chain here. They will definitely have pizza flavors that are different from what you're used to if you're from the West. Notably, the Chinese love to put durian on their pizza, which to me is a very sad waste of pizza. And there are probably others who think it's a sad waste of durian. But if you like it, why should I complain? Just please, don't feed me any. Bakery here. See how much we can see. It's about all the glare here. Here we go, some nice baked goods there. And a big supermarket here with the interesting name of Hollow. Enjoy your meal here at Bull Scholar. The first Chinese character here does mean cow or bull. Now, the second two, it's interesting. It literally means the high scorer in an exam. And apparently they decided to translate that as scholar. So as far as I can tell, it's a pretty accurate translation. It just sounds a little funny to an English speaker to call a restaurant Bull Scholar. Little playground here. As I seem to always say when I find playgrounds, we've taken the kids here to play before. And just across here is the bus terminal for this estate. The buses here go a wide variety of places. These buses here are actually run by the estate, but they go to various parts of the city. So they're useful for commuters from here to the city. Or if I just want to go to the city for fun. These ones over here are city buses. They have a lot more stops, and they mostly go locally within this district, Panyu district, though a few do go elsewhere. And on this side, you have more estate buses that go only within this estate. There's no bus here now, but this one is a non-stop bus to the airport. Normally there are also buses that go from here all the way to Hong Kong. But with the pandemic, the Hong Kong border is closed, and so they don't have those right now. These steps are the most direct way out of the station and back into the shopping center. Big office buildings here. The apartments. And off again to the shopping area. Bus is leaving. I don't know if you can hear, it's making this, that it's got a voice making this sound. 请注意倒车. Basically means be careful, the bus is backing up. The name of this one is really interesting to me. The English name Say Hey sounds like it could be just an English name like Say Hey. But if you look at the Chinese and read it in Cantonese phonetics, it actually sounds the same. Say Hey. So it's kind of an interesting way they translated it here. This one, Café de Coral or Café de Coral, I'm not actually sure how you're supposed to say it, is a Hong Kong fast food chain. Some more restaurants here. As you can see, this one's got some Western food in it. Another Western restaurant here. Korean one here. And over on this side is a police station. Let's get a better look over here. Oh, and we'll stop to look at flowers because you know how much I love that. Police station over here where they can dispatch folks. You may be able to see at the top of it is the Chinese flag. A red flag with 5 stars. That's the national flag, and it's the only flag you'll actually see around here because Chinese provinces and municipalities are not allowed to have their own flags, unlike in most other countries where they can. A lot more restaurants here. This way leads into a parking structure. So I've got cars coming right at me, coming out of the parking structure. On this side's a local government service center. I'm actually probably gonna have to go there pretty quick to register my passport when my new visa comes back. You can see that it is a government building thanks to the hammer and sickle logo representing the Communist Party of China. And that will just about do it for this little tour of a shopping and residential area near me. Hope you liked it. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.